wherever I want because I own that traffic. Okay, that's the best kind of traffic. That traffic is free. The other kind costs money. Okay, traffic you control, I got to pay Google or Facebook every time someone clicks on an ad. Traffic I don't control, it magically shows up. You can pay people to do SEO and write press releases and do stuff, but it's just not something I can rely on. Traffic I own is the best. So when I know that, my goal as a marketer, as someone who's driving traffic, is to convert all traffic that I control and all traffic I don't control into traffic that I own. Okay, the way I do that is I drive these people through a little website that we call a squeeze page. They come to this page, they put their email address in, they click submit, and then what happens? That person's added to my email list. Boom, now it's traffic that I own. It's the best. Okay, someone writes a blog post about me, they go to DotComSecrets.com, they show up on my page, they see at the very top, if you notice any of my blogs, the top 1/3, my entire goal is to get their name and their email address. So they come to my site, they put in their email address, and boom, all of a sudden, guess what? Now I own that traffic. Okay, guys, because this is the best. So I'm learning about traffic. I got to find out where those people are at, but I got to convert those people from traffic that I control and that I don't control into traffic that I own. Because when I own that traffic, man, you guys, that's when this whole internet marketing game becomes amazing. Okay, I first learned that when I was getting started. I remember, man, it's probably over 10 years ago now. I was reading an article of this guy, and he was talking about. He said, "I'm sure you've seen online all these gurus talking about how they made $50,000 or $100,000 in a day or $1 million in a day." He says, "You probably thought those things were scams, right?" And me as a 21, 22-year-old kid, I was like, "Yeah, there's no way that's not even the reality. People I know make $20,000 a year, let alone in a day." Okay, and so I was reading the article and it totally just caught me. He said, "No, the reality is those things are true, you guys." So this is how it works. He says that a person, a guru or whatever, starts building an email list. And let's say first they build a list of 1,000 people, then 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000. Okay, let's say you have a list of 100,000 people, and you send an email out to that list of 100,000 people, and you get just 1% of those people to open. Okay, that's what, 10,000 opens, and you get 1% of those people to buy. That's, man, horrible math. What's that? 100 purchases, and they're buying a $50 product. What did you just make? You just made $5,000 by sending an email to your list, and that was in one day. What if I send an email out to my list tomorrow? What if I get more people to open it? What if I sell for more than $50? What if I do a webinar, I sell something for $2,000 or $5,000? What if I sell a high-end coaching program for $20,000? Okay, it opened up my eyes to the fact that, man, when I own traffic, when I build my own list, everything becomes easy. Okay, this internet marketing game, for those who are struggling right now, you will only be struggling until you have converted this traffic into traffic you own. I literally feel like when we start a new company, it's always like kind of pushing this boulder up a hill because we're pushing it, we're creating the offer, driving traffic, we're getting some people. But after a little bit, all of a sudden, I start building up my own list, and then it just takes off. Then I own that traffic, and literally for the rest of your life, you will be grossly overpaid because you own that traffic. I can send it anywhere I want. I can make up an idea in the middle of the night, create a product really quick, send down an email, and boom, make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Okay, it sounds too good to be true, you guys, but it happens every single day. And that's how it does, by focusing on this, on building up the traffic that you own. Okay, so here's examples of what squeeze pages look like. Most of you guys have probably seen them before. It's just a page that somebody comes to, and they give you their email address. Okay, so any traffic that I control, I always want to send them to a squeeze page because my goal initially is not to sell them anything. My goal is to get them to give me their email address. When I have their email address, it's cash in the bank. Okay, one of the metrics we try to base our business off of is we want to make $1 per month per name on my email address. Okay, and it kind of stays similar to that. When I had a list of about 100 people, I was making about $100 a month. When I had a list of 1,000 people, I was making about $1,000 a month. My list was about 10,000 people, I was making about $10,000 a month. Hit 100,000, I was 100,000 a month. Hit 500,000, and it keeps going on from there. So those are some of the metrics you can kind of look at as you're building your list. To know if you're kind of on track, if you're doing it right. Okay, so that's an example of squeeze page. That's where we send traffic we control. This is where we send traffic we don't control to our blog. And notice the top of my blog, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to convert this traffic into traffic I own. I want them to join my Facebook because now I own that traffic. I want them to join my list because now I own that traffic. Now I can do all sorts of cool stuff with them, right? Okay, so again, my goal, you guys, to kind of put this in perspective, all the traffic I control, all the traffic I don't control, I'm sending them some kind of squeeze page to get them to give me their email address. Okay, then I'm going to take them through this little sales funnel where I sell them a product, and then I probably have an upsell. So this is my first sales funnel. We're going to talk a lot about that here in about an hour. My first sales funnel. And my goal, and this is going to seem backwards to you guys, but hopefully you're getting it now, is not to make money on this. My goal is to break even. Okay, if I can break even on this, I'm not like the amateurs focusing on the front end. My goal is to break even on this. Then guess what happens? Now I've got a list, and my list, I can sell them continuity. I can sell them my high ticket products. I can sell them other offers, and everything back here, pure profit. Okay, because I don't have to pay for the ad anymore. They're on my list. I own them. Everything back here I sell, I keep all the money. I don't know about you guys, but I like keeping all the money. Not some of it, all of it. And this is how you do it. Okay, by converting traffic I control, traffic I don't control, into traffic that I own. We convert it through a little sales funnel like this. Okay? All right, you guys getting excited yet? Because now I'm going to show you how to build all these pieces. We're getting closer and closer to that, but I hope you're getting excited just by how these pieces all kind of fit together. All right. So where do we get all this traffic? Okay, there's 5 core places we get traffic. One is from email lists. Okay, we find somebody else who's got an email list and we buy an ad in their email newsletter. Okay, we talked about the importance of having your own list. Okay, imagine you find somebody else who has a list of 100,000 people already. You just go to that list and you buy an ad in it. Okay, it works just like the old school days of direct mail. You go and you rent a direct mail list and you mail out a letter. Nowadays it's happening through email. Next is Facebook. Okay, here's a picture of a guy named Drew Canoli. Drew is a really cool guy. I actually hung out with him about a week ago. And he's got 1.2 million followers on Facebook. Okay, now Facebook is very similar to old school networking, right? You used to go to networking events. Now you go on Facebook. So if I had an offer, I go to Drew and say, hey, you got 1.2 million people. You've got this pond of people here. I want to buy an ad. I want to throw my bait into your pond and start pulling people out, right? Okay, Facebook. YouTube. This is a dude... This guy cracks me up. He's a juicing dude. Check out this video. He's got 301,000 people who watched this video so far. This dude's, I think this is 154,000 people who are watching his videos about juicing. If I had a juicing product, I'd go to this dude and be like, hey man, you've got a pond. You've got my dream clients are there. Can I buy an ad from your site? Can I bid on your videos? Can you make a video with me? How can I tap into this pond? Okay, so we get traffic from YouTube. Okay, podcasts are a huge thing right now. Podcasts are the equivalent of what radio used to be. Okay, finding people's podcasts and buying advertising there. Blogs are the equivalent of newspapers. Okay, buying ads on blogs is huge. So for me, when we've created this offer, where do I get the traffic from? I'm looking at these 5 things: email, Facebook, YouTube, podcast, blog. Okay, what's interesting is back in the day, if I had a business 15 years ago, I'd be doing the exact same thing, but it's a little different. Okay, old media, what would I do? I'd go find direct mail email list or direct mail list. I'd send a letter out to them. Today, do it through email. Okay, if I want to make money, I'd go to networking meetings. What do I do today? Today I go to Facebook. Back then I would go buy ads on TV. Now what do I do? Go buy them on YouTube. Okay, back then I'd go buy ads on the radio. Now I buy ads on podcasts. Used to buy ads in newspapers. Now I buy them on blogs. Okay, you guys see what's happening? If you look at what's happening right now, the internet has changed media. Okay, and what's cool for people like you and me is all these old school media are expensive. Okay, direct mail, I got to stamp, I got to pay for paper, I got to pay all this stuff to make this happen. Email, cheap. Networking, I had to go to events and all this kind of stuff. I had to travel, I do all sorts of things. Facebook's free. TV ads, super expensive. YouTube ads, super cheap. Radio ads, super expensive. Podcasts, cheap. Newspaper, expensive. Blogs, cheap. And guess what? Where are the eyeballs today? They're all right here. Okay, so this is where we get our traffic from, you guys. This is where those congregations are at. We find, again, we talked about who's our target, who's our dream client, and then where are they congregating? Okay, and they're going to be congregating on email, on Facebook, on YouTube, podcasts, and blogs. Okay, now for you guys, you need to become a master at 2 of these things. Okay, very rare do I find someone who's good at all 5 of these. I would not recommend it. You need to become good at 2 of them, and one of these 2 has to be email. Okay, so one of them has to be email, and we're talking a lot about it because you have to build your own list. So email you've got to become good at. But then the other one is some people are good at Facebook, some people are good at YouTube, some are good at podcasts, some are good at blogs. You don't have to do all of them. In fact, you shouldn't do all of them. You should do one of them. Okay, are you a good networker? If so, it's Facebook. Okay, are you a great on video? If so, it should be YouTube. Are you good at radio? You should be a podcast. Are you a good writer? It should be blogs. So think about yourself. What's your core strength? Are you a better networker, better on video, better on audio, or better writer? And based on that is which media you should be focusing on yourself. Okay, and we'll talk more about this in a little bit, but just to kind of get the wheels in your head spinning about how this whole thing works. All right. Okay, now we kind of talked about traffic and that kind of thing. I want to show you guys how to reverse engineer a funnel. Okay, when I first got into this business, one of my early mentors was a guy named Stephen Pierce, and Stephen's a smart guy. And I remember he told me one day, he said, He said, you know, Russell, people always ask me, like, how do you create traffic? He said, you don't have to create traffic. Traffic's already there. You just have to figure out how to get your message out in front of it. And so I started thinking about that. I said, man, that's true. So there's all this traffic already happening. I got to get my message in front of it, but who are the people that are already making money there? Like, who's already in that river of traffic? Who's already in that pond making money? How are they doing it? I want to find out exactly what they're doing. Because if I can figure out what they're doing, I can just reverse engineer that and get as close to possible, as close to what they're doing as possible. Okay, so we started going through and started figuring this out. So this is the process we go through when we're trying to figure out where traffic's at and what people are doing that already works. Okay, I promise you, if you do this exercise that I'm going to show you guys, you will be 1,000 times closer to being successful than most people who get started. Okay, so it starts over here with the where. Okay, where are your people at? Now you're going to find there's direct competitors and then there's indirect competitors. Okay, direct competitor is somebody who's selling the exact same thing as you. Okay, I got a weight loss product, boom, there's a guy selling a weight loss product. Okay, that's a direct competitor. Okay, indirect competitor is I got a weight loss product, there's a guy selling a juicing product. Similar audience, not a direct competitor. Maybe I can buy ads over there. So I'm looking for these traffic streams. That's why we designed this to look like little streams, right? So my direct traffic stream and my indirect traffic stream. Okay. So where are those things at? Next, I got to find out is these 5 elements. Okay. After I know where other people are at, my competitors are at, what are they doing? Okay. Who are the demographics they're targeting? What's their offer? What's their landing page look like? What are their traffic sources? What ad copy is working for them? Okay, I need to know what these 5 things are. And after I know what these 5 things are, I'm going to model what works. I'm going to find out what's working and I'm going to model it. Okay? The worst thing you can do is go into a new business and try just to make something up from scratch. Model what's already working. I learned this from Tony Robbins. He talked about like everything he's wanted to do in his life. He's like, I found the best person in the world. I looked at him, I modeled him, and then I was successful very, very quickly. Okay, I've got coaching students who that's one of the main reasons why they join our coaching. Russell, you're successful. You've proven it. I want to model you. I'm going to get in at the highest level and just figure out how to do exactly what you're doing, right? So they model what works. So let me show you guys how to find this out because this is really kind of a cool process. So the first step is you got to find out who else is selling what you want to be selling. Now, there's a lot of ways to do that. You probably know who your competitors are already. If you don't, one of my favorite sites to find this information out is a site called ClickBank. If you go to clickbank.com, the ClickBank is kind of like Amazon Kindle store, except their products don't go on the Kindle. But before Amazon came out, they were the biggest digital information selling company in the world. Okay, so basically ebooks. They have ebooks on every topic in the world. I think they have over 100,000 different products in here. If I come to clickbank.com, at the very top here, there's a little button that says Marketplace. I click on Marketplace. It takes me to this page right here. Make that a little bigger for you guys. And on the side here is all the categories. Okay, so you can find out everything you can dream of. So if I have a product in the parenting and families niche, I click here. If I've got and it'll show me what's selling from the top selling to the bottom selling. So what's cool about this is check this out. I can see that right now, smart potty training is the #1 selling product in the parenting and family market. So if I don't know what a product I'm going to sell yet, maybe I'll create a smart potty training product, right? Okay, the pregnancy miracles #2, pregnancy products #3, Plan My Baby. Some Spanish ones #4, and you can see that way, right? Let's say I'm more in like the health and fitness space, and click here. And it's gonna show me all the health and fitness offers. Okay, and like I said, it'll show me from the best selling down, so I can know exactly what the hot offer is, which one's making the most money. Okay, so right now in ClickBank, as of today, the top selling offer is called the Venus Factor, and just put this in perspective, you guys. I've had a couple friends who've hit the #1 spot in ClickBank in the weight loss space, and they were making between 2,000 and 3,000 sales a day at a $47 product. If you do the math on that, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars a day that they're making. So you know this is working. They're driving a lot of traffic. They're testing a lot of things. So instead of me trying to reinvent this thing from scratch, I want to kind of look at what's working and model it. So I'm going to go to their website and look at it, and find out a couple things. Find out what their landing page looks like. I may say this page is ugly, but man, if it's making 100 grand a day, maybe it's worth it. Here's their pop-up. Ooh, their headlines: #1 cause of belly fat for women. That must be something that's working because they're testing a lot of stuff. Hello. There's the video. I'm going to watch the entire video. And next time I'm going to buy the product. Okay. I can't tell you guys how much value there is in buying your competitors' products, especially the competitors who are doing really, really well, to find out what they're doing and why they're doing it. So I'm going to watch this video. A lot of times for me, I'll send this video to somebody and have them transcribe it so I can read the exact words they use in that video. I'm going to buy the product. After I buy it, I'm going to see what the upsells are. I'm going to see what the downsells are. I'm going to see everything that's happening. So I want a very clear view of exactly what's working, what the price points are, what their hooks are, what their angles are. So I'll do it for Venus Factor. I'll probably do it for Old School New Body. I'm going to do it for MI40. I'm going to go through all of the best products in here, and I'm going to buy the ones that are similar to mine so I know exactly what's currently working. Okay? Because back here, I want to find out what the offer is, what the landing page is. Okay, so far we've got the first three. Demographics will tie back into traffic source a little bit, but we know exactly what offers are working for our direct competitors, and then the landing pages that are working. Landing page is that page that we landed on. Now I got to find out the traffic sources. Okay, there's a couple services you can use, but this one's really cool. It's called similarweb.com. So if you go to similarweb.com/website/ and then type into your competitor's name, it's going to pop up all this cool stuff about what they're doing. Okay, now this is a free version. They also have a pro version, but you can get a lot of data for free. So so here's the website again, venusfactor.com. So I went over here, I went to similarweb.com/website/venusfactor.com, and I click submit. And it's going to show me a whole bunch of cool stuff about these guys. Okay, it shows me their ranks, it shows me how many monthly visitors they're getting. So December they're getting over 1 million, they're getting 1.4 million people a month. Check this out in March. They got 3.5 million people. Isn't that crazy? And you see it's kind of dropping right now. I mean, they're still getting, millions of people a month, but you can kind of see what's happening, the trends, what's going up and what's going down. I can see their traffic sources that 28% came directly to their website, 56% came through referrals, 2% came from search engines, 11% came through social media, through email, through display ads. So I can kind of see that. I can see the geography of where they live. Wow, almost everyone's coming from there. A couple people from here. So if I know that, man, I'm probably not going to spend money in all these other countries when I'm buying ads, right? A couple people here in India are buying it. A couple people in Australia, but for the most part, there's their money makers. Here's the websites that they're getting traffic from: justformetoday.com, fastdailyfind.com, usmagazine.com. So these are the websites that they're buying ads on. Okay, so I know that a big percentage of this, 3.5 million people. I know their top referring site is justformetoday.com. So if I went to there, I'm sure there's banner ads. I could probably buy ads on that site. Okay, but I would guess that they're probably getting 100,000 to $500,000 visitors a month just from this website. So if I know that, I know that's where the existing stream of traffic's at. Where am I going to buy traffic from? Okay, right there. Fast Daily Find. So this is showing me all the websites that are currently getting traffic from. So I can reverse engineer that and just buy ads directly on those sites. Okay, it shows me search traffic, shows me what keywords they're focusing on, which ones they're getting traffic from the free keywords and then also the paid keywords. Okay, so I can start seeing what's working. Social media, I can see most of the traffic coming from Facebook. There's also traffic coming from cafemom.com. I don't even know what that is. I go check that out and find out what it is and see if I can buy ads on Cafe Mom. Okay, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter. Display advertising shows me again. Here's all the sites they're buying display on YouTube, cuttingedgebiotech.com. Is that cool? You guys can see exactly where they're buying traffic from. Okay, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, Russell, what sites you buying traffic on? I would, for no amount of money would I have told you, because those sites are making me like millions of dollars, right? But this service and other services like this, I can just go in 5 seconds find out exactly where my competitors are buying traffic, and then I just go buy it on the exact same sites. Okay. What's cool is here shows ads. You can see what their ads look like. So after I know their ads, I'm going to model their ads. Okay, that's what that looks like. 15 veggies that kill belly fat. Anyway, there's a bunch of different ads right here. Their text ads. Let me see their text ads. It might not. The flash ads. Anyway, you can see different types of ads. You can see a whole bunch of different cool stuff like that. Again, if you upgrade to Pro, you guys, it'll give you even more of their ads. But you can see the ads. When you upgrade to Pro, it shows you how long their ads have run, what they're doing, all sorts of stuff like that. Where are we at? Anyway, do you guys see that? Here's similar sites, so you get more ideas where I can buy ads on. But this is how I can reverse engineer exactly what's working in the market I want to go into. Now I don't have to guess. I can just be like, hey, there's where they're buying traffic. Let's buy it there as well. Boom. So you guys see this is how the process works again. Okay, I find out who are my direct and my indirect competitors. I'm going to run some searches and find out what they're selling, who the demographics are, what the offer is. Again, you have to buy the product to find out what the offer is, the front end, the upsells, the down.